Hello there, I am an NCP Hunter, real estate broker for Su Casa, Su Castillo. In today's financial segment, we're going to talk about buying a car the right way. I'm not talking about the actual vehicle and its benefits and all. What is a good car? I'm talking about the finance portion of things. Now, I'm going to have another video that I'm going to talk a little more about this extend on that topic, but right now we're just going to go down to the chase. Basically, the way most people buy a vehicle is they see it online, they go to the dealer, they have the dealer pick up their financial product for them. They get the loan for them. They only bring the pay stubs, the tax return, and then the dealership asks them how much you can pay per month. They usually, let's say, $250, and then that's when the dealership goes crazy, adding all extras that you really don't need, and your loan is really big. And since you don't care how much it costs long term, only monthly, they probably extend that loan very long. A loan that would be 5 years, they probably give it to you for 8 years, as long as you pay no more than $250 and you're happy. And they're happy because they're adding stuff that you really don't need. Or if you do need, they're overpriced. And you could get the same items at your local bank or your local credit union. This is the traditional way most people buy a car. Now, the right way that it works financially is that you buy the loan first. And the way you do it is very simple. You get your VIN number. VIN numbers are identity number identifiers for the vehicle itself. Every car has one. Okay, so we usually are in the side of the car or in the windshield, but usually they're displayed. Let's say you see Car Guru or in the dealership itself, you could see the VIN number. The VIN number in the description of the vehicle is what you will need. You will call, let's say, a bank that you want to use or a credit union you want to use, and you call their auto loan department. Once you call them, you tell them that you want to buy a car, and you give them the VIN number. Now, this is why you need to do it, because you want to know if the car is overpriced or underpriced. And regular consumers do not know this information by heart, okay, because we don't buy cars all the time. So you need a little extra help and a neutral party, and this is your neutral party. You call them and you give them the VIN number. You tell them, I want to know if the car they're selling me is a fair price. So let's say they're selling you the car for $10,000. And then the bank tells you, okay, based on the information you provide us, and they're going to ask you if they have daytime light, all kinds of information that you should be able to answer really quickly. On the description of the vehicle, it'll tell you if it has sunroof, if it has stereo, if it has alarm, those questions of that nature. Anyway, so they'll tell you, okay, this car is worth $8,000. And so that is good news. If the car is $8,000 is good news for the dealership, because what that means is that car is overpriced. It's worth only $8,000, and you're gonna need to come up with $2,000 more. And usually that's what people call a down payment. If the bank tells you the car is worth $13,000, then it's good news for you. That means the car is underpriced and that you don't need to put no money down because the car has value already, more value than what you're borrowing from the bank. Or the bank is lending you. And so, of course, that's the value itself. Now, the portion of the loan is based on your credit. And you can buy it with regular credit. You don't have to have fabulous credit, okay? Just average credit. And, of course, the better credit, the better rate. And it tells you, okay, we'll finance, for example, most banks, and we're in 2018, will not finance no more than 2008, okay? Because it's too old after that. 2008 and up. Okay, so they'll tell you, okay, if you borrow a car in this year, we're gonna lend you this much, and so forth. After you're done with that, and you kind of get yourself an idea how much you will pay per month and all, and you get approved, pre-approved, to borrow the money. Of course, you're not using it then until you find a vehicle itself. And then if it's not that specific vehicle, then you have to do the same steps. Call and ask, give them the VIN, and see if that car is worth it. Excuse me. Then you go to the dealer. So let's say you already given the VIN number, you already know. Now you go check out the car, make sure everything's working conditions and such. Then, if you agree, they'll go ahead and give you a bill of sale. Tell them do not add extras, no gap insurance, no warranties of any kind other than the ones that give you the 90 days of their own dealership, but no extras, because this is very expensive in their end. If they sell it to you, it's $3,000 for gap insurance. If the bank sells it to you or the credit union sells it to you, usually it's only $300. And what is that for? Well, in case a car gets hit and towed, cars lose value throughout the years. And so if you owe more on the vehicle than the car is worth, you're gonna have to pay the difference if you don't have insurance, and that's what it's for. The other insurance that you really don't, I don't recommend, and of course, you have to derive your own judgment, but I have never seen nobody use it, okay? Is if transmission or motor insurance warranty $2,000-$3,000, they add it to in that, of course, they add it to your loan, so therefore your monthly amounts are always going to be higher, and they make commission on that. So really, you don't need it. Most people believe, especially young people who have never owned a car, that if they buy this insurance, it's going to cover their oil change, it's going to cover their brakes, and no, it doesn't cover maintenance. Now, you could buy insurance for that, but it has nothing to do with the purchase of the vehicle. Now, once they give you a bill of sale, which only have your taxes and the cost of registering the vehicle and plates and pay, document administrative, they charge you a fee. You go to the bank or to a credit union, you give it to them. They in hand look over everything, and at that time is when you complete your loan with them. Sign the documents that will tell you how much it's gonna be per month and the interest rate and all. Then you're gonna take a paper they're gonna generate for you. You're gonna go back to the dealership. You're gonna give them a letter. That letter is gonna give them the ability to go to the bank and get their money. Okay, so it's like a check. Or sometimes they do give you a check, but most of the time they give you a paper that is like a wire for them. They give them a code, and they could go to the bank and cash that. Once you go to the dealer, you hand them over. They hand you the keys. You finish the paperwork, which is like you're gonna have who's gonna be entitled and all that good stuff. And that's it. And you walk out of the car dealership with the car. This is not very traditional, but it's the most efficient way financially not to feel scam. And everybody has to make a living. I understand, and I don't know the life of this salespeople. I do not know the auto industry. I just know, like, financially, for people who purchase, this is the best option for them, because you have to buy something that is not overpriced, and you shouldn't pay more than it's worth. That's just what I think. I hope this has helped you. Until next time, I hope you go this way when you decide to purchase a vehicle.